John Zimmer gonna start us off in Cthulhu here tonight. We got a 13 truck lineup. John Zimmer's time will start on his first hit. He will get a 2-minute timer whenever he hits his first jump. It looks like he's heading up for the backside of the racing lane. He's not gonna quite go off of it, but he's gonna start up some two-wheel moves for the first hit of the night here in Freestyle. As you can see, the time has started as he's putting that thing into a moonwalk. He's going to ride that up the front side of the racing lane, get thrown off to the side, and he's going to go for a backside hit on that racing lane. Very nicely done by John Zimmer, a veteran in the sport. He's going to have to put up a really big number, though, because we got Randy Brown in Gravedigger out here tonight. We got Gary Porter in Carolina Crusher, and many, many more. As John Zimmer's getting into some trouble off the pod, he's going to pull it back down onto all 4 tires. Looks like he's going to go for another hit off of that pod. Going to go straight up and down. Nice sky wheelie from John Zimmer. And a hard landing. As he's going for a cross thread. Going to land it on top of that MX hill and bring it down nicely. Getting that truck turned around. It looks like he's going to launch it off the MX hill. No, he's going to go just to the left side of it. Going to get some really nice air onto 2 wheels. And he's going to bring it back down. Didn't really get too far up onto 2 wheels right there. But 2 wheels. His 2 wheels. As he's going for the pod, another sky wheelie, a nice landing. Going a little bit more cross-threading action, but this time out toward the backflip ramp instead of going straight across the jump. Now he's going for that MX ramp, and he's going to send that truck right off. A hard landing on the right side. Going to toss him up on the left side, and he's going to bring it back down onto all 4 tires. Looks like he's going to go for a normal hit on the racing lane, get some really nice distance off of that jump. Body panels flying off of that truck, or at least trying to, as he's going off of the jammer. And he's going to be able to get a really nice slap wheelie almost all the way across the stadium floor. Very nicely done by John Zimmer. Still got around 10 seconds left in his run. We're going to have to see what else he has in store for us as he's going over the pod right there. A flat landing for John Zimmer. This is going to be his last hit. Straight up and down, a hard landing. This is going to count for time if he can save it. And he does. John Zimmer showing off some driving skill out here for you fans at Indianapolis. Scores in the comments for John Zimmer. Speaking of veterans, we got Scott Hardsock coming out here in Slinger, a beautiful truck, and he's going to take this thing into 2 minutes of freestyle action as he's going off the backside of the MX lamp and a very nice landing down the takeoff ramp. Looks like his second hit as well is going to be on the jammers. Going straight for the pod, and he's going to clear the pod. Going to come around for his next hit. Looks like he's squaring up with that racing lane. Going to get some really nice distance there. Scott Hardsock so far putting together a pretty good freestyle. Slamming on the brakes in the corner. He's going to go off of the jammer. Somewhat tangled up within another jump. Probably didn't check the direction of where he was going, but now he's back squared away. A nice sky wheelie landing hard on the rear end. But the truck seems to have handled it very well. Soaked up that landing. And it looks like it's going to have to soak up one more big hit. Onto 2 wheels, Scott Hardsock gonna save the Slinger out here in Indianapolis. With about a minute left in time, a hard landing on the left front. That shock might have taken a little bit of damage right there, but the truck still seems to be in operating order. As he's going for the backside of this little ramp right here, gonna ride, yes, he's gonna ride a wheelie down the takeoff ramp. Very nicely done from Scott Hardsock right there. As he's going to go off the MX ramp, get some really nice air, possibly bigger than John Zimmer in Cthulhu, onto 2 wheels, and he's going to put it back down onto all 4. Scott Hardsock really putting on a good run here, getting a lot of saves in on this run. Going to sky wheel that thing and crush down the car on the end of that ramp. Still got around 20 seconds left on time, and so far he's making a good impression on the fans. Some nice air right there. Got a lot of height off of that jump. Looks like he's got about 10 more seconds left in the run. He's going to clear. Yes, he's going to clear the pod. He's going to combo it up into the jammer, straight up and down. And that is going to be time for Scott Hardsock in Slinger. Gonna stance that thing right in front of the jammer for you fans. Scores in the comments for Scott Hardsock and Slinger. Wrecking Crew driven by Mike Thompson about to come out here onto the track. We're gonna have to see what he can do for his 2-minute time. Looks like his first hit's going to be off of the racing lane as he's going to send that truck and get some really nice distance off of that jump. Coming around for the next hit. Going off to the side of the MX hill. Going to get some really nice air. So far a pretty good start for Mike Thompson. In Wrecking Crew as he's coming around for the pod hit. Going to nose that thing down in a beautiful landing down the pod. Going to the backside of the jammer, going to try and ride it down, but getting a little crooked on the jump, not going to be able to do it. Off of the MX hill, more of a cross thread. As you can see, he landed really hard on the left side there, but Mike Thompson and the team screen have been working really hard on this truck to get it up and ready for this show. He's going to clear the pod there and get a nice slap wheelie. Going to ride it up the backside of the MX hill, onto 2 wheels on the top of the jumps. He's not going to be able to save that truck. Mike Thompson getting himself in a situation he could not pull out of. Scores in the comments for Wrecking Crew. Lucas Oil Crusader driven by Linsey Weenk gonna come out here onto the track, show us what he's got for freestyle competition. Linsey's also already a very happy camper, being able to take the win from Gravedigger here tonight at the finals in racing as he's going for his first hit. Sideways in midair, a hard landing on the left side right off the bat. He's going to have to try and keep the momentum up. He's going to go for the pod. Not going to get too much air off of it. Oh, putting that thing up onto the top 2 wheels and pulling it into a save. A very nice save for Linsey Weenk right there. He's going to go for the backside of the racing lane. Some very nice air right there. Truck soaking up the landing. This is going to turn around for his next hit. Looks like he's going again for that pod. Some nice air once again. A flat landing for Linsey Weenk and the Lucas Oil Crusader. Going for the backside of the jammers, and he's going to be able to ride it down like Mike Thompson couldn't. Looks like he's going back for the jammers. The other side of him this time. Going to try for a slap wheelie, not quite going to be able to get the bounce he needed from that. He's going to have to try something else here in this freestyle run. Having an odd rebound after that jump off the pod. He's turning that truck around. We're going to see what else he's got. Going for a little bit of a cross thread. The truck throwing him off in a weird angle, and is he going to be able to save it? Linsey Weenk having the best sidewall save of the night so far. He's getting a sky wheelie off of that cross thread. Into trouble, Linsey. Is he going to be able to save it? No. That is going to be it for Linsey Weenk and Lucas Oil Crusader. Had a really good run going, but is not going to be able to get it done out here tonight. Leave your scores in the comments for Linsey Weenk. Gary Porter and Carolina Crusher about to make his way out here onto the track. We're going to have to see what he can do for his 2-minute time here in freestyle. It looks like he's going for a different hit first off. He's going to ride that thing down. Beautifully done by the veteran here in Carolina Crusher. We're going to have to see what he can do, like I said. Going to get some nice air off of that racing lane. Going to nosedive it a little bit. Almost got into trouble there off of that rebound from the landing. He's going to be able to carry on with his freestyle. Going for the pod. Oh, straight up. And then slinging him off to the side a little bit. Now he's going to have to work his way off of the pod. Hopefully keep the momentum up in the freestyle run. Going to turn that truck around. It looks like he's looking for some donuts. First person to execute the donuts out here tonight. As he's still slinging those donuts, just getting done. And deciding to go for a cross thread. A lot of people have been doing that. Going to crush down the cars. And he's going to ride it out. Trying to ride it out down the MX ramp, but not going to be able to do it. Sidewall save, and he's going to bring it back down. Gary Porter having a really good run out here tonight. Already putting some wow factors into the run. A nice... Oh, he's trying to get a wheelie off of that. Couldn't quite get it. Nice jump, though. As he's coming around for the pod. Gonna get some nice air. He's gonna land hard on that left rear wheel. A nice save from Gary Porter and Carolina Crusher. Using the jump to his advantage to keep him on all 4 wheels. Onto 2 wheels. And he's gonna put it back down. Gary Porter turning that truck around one more time. He's got about 30 seconds left in time. As he's going to send it off of the pod. Clear it, as many others have here tonight already. Going off the backside of the jammer. And it looks like he might be the first to go for the backflip as he's going to go for it. And Gary Porter's going to land it, but no, he's not. A bad rebound's going to spell the end of this freestyle for Gary Porter. Scores in the comments for Carolina Crusher. Jimmy Creten making his way out here with his brand new trophy truck body design sponsored by Ford. We're about to find out what Jimmy has on his agenda for freestyle out here tonight. As he's about to come off of his first hit, going for the MX hill. Right off the bat, some of the biggest air of the night, if not the biggest. He's going to sling that truck around for the next hit after that beautiful first hit. Going to go off of the pod, some decent air, a nice slap wheelie from Jimmy Creten. Getting into the wall protection there just a little bit. Not enough for an RII. Going off of the jammer. Just gonna slowly go off of that and go straight into the pod. Nice combination move from Jimmy Creten right there. One of the veterans out here. There's a lot of veterans out here tonight, and Jimmy Creten is one of the best we have. Going for the backside of the racing lane. A hard landing on the rear end right there. As you saw the rear steer kick out a little bit, but it seems like it isn't broken. So he should be able to carry out through his run very well. Sideways in midair. A bad landing for that truck as he's gonna save it. Onto sidewalls on the other side, and he's going to save it before the wall. Jimmy Creten, some really good driving skill out here tonight. As he's got about a minute left in time. Going to clip the rear end of that truck on the lip of that jump. Going to go for another cross thread going down the launch ramp of the MX hill. Jimmy Creten keeping this truck going. Momentum seems to be going pretty well. And a bad landing is going to spell the end of the freestyle for Jimmy Creten. Tough luck. Losing a wheel, not going to be able to continue. Scores in the comments for Jimmy Creten. Matt Pagliarulo coming out here in the purple rendition of Jester. You first saw it at World Finals 19. Here he is in Indianapolis. Going to show it off a little bit more. Time starts. That truck already going up on 2 wheels, hiking up on him. As he's going to go for the jammer and split that thing right between the middle of the jammers. Going off of the MX hill. He's going to get some decent air off of that, nosing the truck over. But he's going to be able to push into the throttle. Keep that thing up onto all 4s. No broken parts on the truck so far. Looks like he's going to go into some 2-wheel skill. Going to back out of that and cross thread. Into trouble, Matt Pagliarulo rolling his truck over and back down onto all 4s. Having a really lucky rollover save right there. Jester's going to be able to keep going with his run. Getting in a little bit more trouble there. So far the momentum is a little bit lacking. The air isn't so much there. Right as I say that, though, we get some huge air off the backside of the MX ramp. A hard landing for Matt to have to absorb. He's going to stay away from the backflip ramp with a minute left in time. It's probably smart, going to try and keep the truck in operating order. Huge air again, landing hard on the rear end right there. Going to turn that truck around and go for the pod. Some nice air right there. Going to land hard on the rear end once again. Windshield flying off of the truck onto the track. As he's going to go for the jammer. Possibly going to try for a slap wheel. He's going to get it and ride it across the stadium floor. Turn around for another hit. Got about 25 seconds left in time. He's going to go for a straight up and down in the air. Landing hard on the right side, kind of tossing it over onto the left. Gonna be able to drive out of that one as well, though. Going off of the MX hill, gonna get some nice air. A hard landing on the right side. Gonna toss it over on the left again, that right side. Taking a lot of abuse out here tonight. Not much time for the left for Matt Pagliarulo as he's going crazy off the racing lane. Into the jammer, a hard hit for Jester at the end of time. But he did fill his time. Scores in the comments for Matt Pagliarulo in Jester. Cody Saucier in that Monster Energy sponsored Ford. Going to be coming out here onto the track. We're going to see what he can do. Possibly going to be able to take the lead from what has already been done so far as he's starting out with some nice two-wheel skills. Going to put that thing into a moonwalk. Going to ride it over the pod and all the way throughout the pod. He's going to get it all the way to the other side. Cody Saucier having a really good start out here tonight for Freestyle. Going to air that thing out over the pod. Oh! Then stuffing his truck into the backside of the MX ramp. Now his truck's into some huge trouble. Gonna gas out of it and be able to get on with his run. Going off the backside of the jammer, into trouble again, and he's gonna save that truck one more time. Some two-wheel skills and 2 saves so far already in the run. Then he's gonna ride a wheelie up the backside of the pod. So far, Cody Saucier, if he can fill his time, probably already has a shot at the lead. Backside of the MX hill, gonna get some really big air and a nice landing for the truck. Getting a crazy rebound onto 2 wheels, hiking that truck up. And he's gonna go for the racing lane, and he's gonna get some nice air off of that racing lane jump right there. Turning the truck around one more time. It looks like he's going for the backside of this jump. Some nice air, gonna completely clear the land or the takeoff ramp, excuse me. Coming around for another hit. Looks like he's going to launch it one more time. Some nice air there for Cody Saucier. As he's whipping that truck around one more time. He's got about 30 seconds left in his freestyle. Putting that thing up into a wheelie. Onto 2 wheels and bringing it back down. Looks like he's going for the backflip. Is he going to be the first one to land it tonight off of the dumpster, and he's going to be able to keep going into a corkscrew? He's going to land the corkscrew. Going into a combination move from the corkscrew. Rear steer kicking out. Another nice save from Cody Saucier as time is dwindling down. It is over for Cody Saucier. Going to put that thing into donuts, and the truck is going to die. The engine just died. Cody Saucier coming out here, killing his equipment for you fans. Scores in the comments. Tony Oaks coming out here in Punisher. We're going to see what he can do for his 2-minute timer here in Freestyle. That truck looking beautiful out here, the Netflix exclusive Punisher monster truck, as he's going to go for his first hit off the backside of the racing lane. Nice mosey little hit, just going to make sure that he can get a freestyle in here. Doesn't want to completely destroy his freestyle run on the first hit. He's going to go very nicely down the pod. Tried to get a slap wheelie out of that, got more of a power wheelie that couldn't quite get up there. As he's going for the side of the MX hill. He's going to get some really nice air. Would have cleared the pod if he would have gone for a transfer. Not quite cleared it, but right on top of it. That would have been a beautiful jump right there. He's getting a little crossed up right there. The shocks in the front, the left front, are taking a really hard hit right there as he's going to turn that truck mid-air. Save it down the ramp. Very nicely done. Getting onto the brakes. Almost into some 2-wheel skill right there. Decides to not do that, though. Going for a little bit more cross-threading action. As he's onto 2 wheels, the rear steer kicking out, gonna send him back over onto sidewalls, and he's gonna bring it back down. A lot of really nice saves out here tonight so far. As he's gonna, into trouble one more time. He's gonna try and pull it out, gonna spin that thing on the back right wheel. Back down onto all 4 wheels. Very nicely done by Tony there. He's making this Punisher truck out here look really nice tonight. As he's going for a cross thread that nobody's really done yet. Onto two wheels, a hard landing on the left side of the truck right there. He's going to be able to keep going though. He saved that truck one more time. The really big cross thread straight up and down. He's going to get a little bit of a slap wheel of that. Not going to be able to ride it out because of the wall protection. Looks like he doesn't have much time left. Around 10 seconds left for the freestyle. A hard landing on the right side, but the truck isn't broken. He's going to be able to continue on with the last few seconds of his run. Into trouble one more time. He's going to pull it down one more time. Tony Oaks and Punisher coming out here putting on a really good run for you fans. Scores in the comments for Punisher. Bryce Kenny about to make his way out here and let off some steam after racing. He just lost in the semifinals tonight to Lucas Oil Crusaders' Linsey Weenk, who went on to take the win here tonight. So he's really looking forward to making up some points in freestyle as he's starting off with a backflip. Talk about announcing your presence. He's going to ride a wheelie out after the backflip. Looks like he's going to ride it all the way up the ramp, tossing him off a little bit to the left side. Gonna combo that up with another wheelie on the pod. So far, Mohawk Warrior coming out here with some really good moves. Starting off with the backflip. Into that huge wheelie, into some huge air right here. Comboing that truck up again. So far out here, some of the most combos we've seen. Bryce Kenny really wanting to put some points up there on the board. As he's going over, that is going to be it for Bryce Kenny. Had a great run going, but that truck has too much damage to keep going right now. Tough luck for Bryce Kenny in the Mohawk Warriors. Scores in the comments. Lee O'Donnell's VP Mad Scientist coming out here onto the track for freestyle. We're going to have to see what Lee O'Donnell can do. Starting off huge, straight up and down. That truck is already broken, and Lee O'Donnell's run is over. Tough luck for Lee O'Donnell coming out here wanting to get a freestyle win. Not going to be able to do it tonight. Mutant Super Soda's Todd Leduc gonna come out here onto the track, and you gotta wonder what's going on in his mind after seeing Lee O'Donnell's one-hit wonder. Probably hoping that all the nuts and bolts are tightened on his truck as he comes out here onto freestyle, trying to take the lead from Cody Saucier as he's getting some really nice... Oh no, onto two wheels. He got some nice air off of that jammer, but got himself into trouble. Already sweating out here tonight. Todd Leduc sending it off of the pod. A hard landing on the left rear. He's keeping in on the gas and just completely clobbering that jump right there. Looks like he's going to go for the back end of the MX ramp, straight up and down. A weird landing for Todd Leduc. Is this going to be it? He's pulling it into some sidewalls, and he's going to pull it back down onto all four wheels. Todd Leduc, one of the hot shots out here tonight. I wouldn't say he's much of a veteran, but he already has 2 World Finals championships under the Metal Militia truck. We're going to see if he can prove why he earned those championships here tonight. As he's getting some nice air off of that pod right there. He looks like he's going for the jammers, just stabbing into that throttle, hoping to get something a little too close to the jumps to really get anything off of him. Clipping the rear end of the truck onto that jump, and it almost sent him into a nosedive. Didn't get too much air though. He was able to collect his truck. Now he's going straight up and down in the air. A hard landing on the rear end of the truck, but it's holding up. Going for an early backflip, about 40 seconds left in. No, that is going to be... No, it's not it. Todd Leduc still able to go. His wheel's technically still on. He's going to sling that thing into some donuts. He knows his truck's broken. And that is going to be the second Monster Energy truck tonight that has blown an engine. Todd Leduc And Mutant Super Soda scores in the comments.
The need that he has for adoration. You know, I mean, all these guys with their earphones, like, it's not about security, it's about making...
Randy Brown making his way out here onto the track in Gravedigger 27. Stancing that truck up right on the backside of the MX ramp right there. As he's about to start his time for Freestyle, we're going to see if Randy Brown can retain his championship here. Last year he was able to win Freestyle. We're going to see if he can win it this year. Onto 2 wheels, he's going to be able to put that truck back down onto 4 wheels right there. As he's going off the backflip ramp, and he's going to go for the MX hill, getting squirrely. And he's going to be able to get a really nice flight through midair, despite being so squirrely off the takeoff. Looking for the pod. This is going to be some huge air from Gravedigger. A nice landing as well. That truck soaking up everything he's putting in its way. Looks like Randy Brown is looking for the transfer. He's going to come up short. Encase the truck on the MX ramp. He's going to be able to keep going though. Swinging that truck around. Looks like he's going for the backside this time. Some big air leaning to the left in mid-air, and he's going to land pretty flat for how left he was. Into trouble, Randy Brown putting that thing on the sidewalls and getting into Mutant a little bit right there. I'm sure he won't mind too much as his truck's already trashed. Some nice air, a really hard landing for the Gravedigger to take right there. Talk about whiplash. But those ISP seats are going to keep his head locked in. He's going to be able to continue with his run straight up and down. Hard landing on the left rear. Randy Brown hiking that truck up one more time. Seems to have a problem with that. Might need to tweak the suspension setup for next week. Straight up and down. That was a weird landing right there as Randy Brown is keeping that truck under control somehow, some way. Randy Brown going full throttle into that pod. He's going on the ragged edge, just hitting anything that he can. Looks like he just popped that left rear tire, excuse me. As he's coming around, gonna hit the jammer a little sideways. That's not gonna work out too well. Into trouble, Randy Brown is not gonna be able to flip that truck back over, but he did fill time, so scores in the comments for Randy Brown. Thank you guys so much for watching these videos. World Finals 19 is next. That's a 32 truck lineup. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you soon.
Hold on, I ain't even done yet. Now I'm gonna be a city for the fallen. When I'm gonna keep the long case up and keep taking over into my BeamNG.drive. Oh yeah, this is how I roll. This is gonna be fucking hitting my drum, yo. I will all my profits out of time street.